Hello and welcome to this week's Give Voice to Your Vision. We're diving in here. We're talking about how to step into your calling to prosper this fall. It's here. It's fall. Are you feeling that tug in your gut that you're meant for more? The potent possibility of action and movement toward the end of the year? I know I am. We've just kicked off another Visibility Success Accelerator, and so we are focused and in momentum. And I wanted to jump in here in case you're wondering exactly how to unleash more momentum for bigger revenue results. Remember that revenue allows you to create more impact. It allows you to reach and serve and uplift more people. So if that's where you're at, if you're coming into the momentum of fall, this is for you. Here's a hint. The most powerful next step is likely not some new tactic, tool, or piecemeal program solution. And you probably don't need more time or as much time as you think. We can bend time, right? And you don't need to finish wrapping up all of the things that you've tried so far before you accelerate your results or streamline and focus the things that are really going to move the needle for you this fall. So it's almost always a few strategic shifts that help you accelerate your results. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I promised to let you know how to leverage what you already have for bigger results, the energy shift that can unlock new confidence and momentum and clarity for you to play bigger, and your next steps to client impact, more prosperity, accelerating your revenue and your reach and your growth this fall. So let's dive in. Welcome to How to Step into Your Calling to Prosper. We're going to take about 10 more minutes here to walk you through how to do that so that you can simplify and strategically focus and to accelerate those end of the year results with more ease, more clarity, more momentum, more flow, more inspired action instead of more required action. So remember to comment and share your takeaways when you find value. If you relate or resonate, that's going to help more people to benefit from this training. If you have questions for me, I love to hear those. And I always make sure that I come back to see how you're checking in and how I can be of support. So take one thing from this training. Training, information, consuming cool stuff alone doesn't actually accelerate your results. So take one thing. If you're watching right here, tuning back in, or you're coming into the replay, take one thing from this training and actually implement it today. So how do you leverage what you already have for bigger results? There's one thing that helps, right? The key is to unlock clarity. Take stock of what you already have, where you are right now, what has worked, what hasn't worked as well as you had hoped. But don't stare at the past, right? Glance, but don't stare at the past. Be future focused and look for the things that are working. What do you have? Where are you? Where do you want to go? And what do you already have in place? Pick that one thing that's already worked and do it a little more or do it a little better, and you will get more momentum. Identify one thing that's not working or that feels like a drain and just put a pin in it. Stop doing it for 7 days, 21 days, or for the quarter, right? Identify these one thing that's working and one thing that's not can really shift your trajectory for where you end up. That's simple clarity. Doing more of what works, less of what drains your energy. That's the fastest way to get immediate growth and acceleration, traction this fall. So the second thing I wanted to share with you is how do you have that energy shift? The energy shift that lets you play bigger. Here's where your calling comes in, because we were just talking about this on our accelerator today, our kickoff call. And the thing about your calling, that thing on your heart, that message you're here to share, that work in the world that you want to do, is that it won't quit. We can try and hang up our hat and walk away. I'm an expert at that. I've been playing with that dynamic for a long time. And my experience and what I've seen is that when you have this vision or this work or this thing that you want to share, this thing that's coming through you, it's not going to go away. You can beg, barter, bargain, steal to try and shift away from that dream. And it's going to keep coming forward because it's actually meant to happen. in this lifetime. It's actually meant to happen. So it will keep tugging at you no matter what. The shift isn't about doing more or cracking the code. It's about stopping the resistance, the doubt, right? Opt out of your doubt. Stop debating or doubting this business you're building, this vision you have, this empire you're creating, this impact you're meant to make, right? Think of it as surrendering to win. You're not letting go of your heart's desire, your vision, your big creative impulse. You're letting go of the fear, the hesitation, the second guessing, the uncertainty that keeps you circling and in indecision. This is what I call stepping into your calling unconditionally, literally meaning without conditions, inside or out. So no matter the conditions that you're feeling inside or the circumstances we're experiencing outside or even in your head, you stay committed to your calling. There's huge freedom and expansion there. And you stop leaking energy with the self-doubt and the second guessing. Now, this is not for the faint of heart. It's not easy to do. It's something you'll do in a moment. It's something that you'll do. And I think we need a container, a community of other called experts and visionaries who can help us hold that vision and navigate the waves of uncertainty that can arise. But the practice is to remind and remember and flip the switch of surrendering to that calling. It's meant to be, no matter if I'm feeling this or no matter if this is happening outside, I stay committed. It's my calling is my calling, just because you have it. So that is the energy shift that lets you play bigger in the moment. And it's a practice. It's not a once and for all that you arrive at. Okay. So the third thing I wanted to share with you, Day, is about these timeless levers to engage and enroll. 3 timeless levers to engage and enroll. So every time you want to accelerate, simplify, streamline, clarify, create more revenue, reach, impact, audience growth, these 3 levers are timeless and they don't have to change based on what's going on in the world. They might, how you approach them or how you share them might. But the 3 levers are business growth levers. They're timeless levers. And your growth, business growth, is your calling-based growth. It is you sharing your message. So just to remind you, that's the context that I'm bringing this to you from. All right. So the first is your offer. Is it clear? Is it compelling? Is it resonating? Do you know those core promises that you bring forward that allow your best potential clients to resonate, to hit that tuning fork where they're like, oh, whoa, what did she just say? I need more of that, right? And when you have that dialed in, your offer, your big promises become the foundation for the second lever that is required and can be completely aligned and as fun as doing all of the work and the transformation that you're here to bring. And that is your message. Okay, your message, is it speaking to the hearts, minds, souls of your ideal clients? And there's often a gap there because as the expert and the master, you're probably further along the path, and coming and finding the language that's going to resonate with them can be elusive. Okay. And that's where mentoring, outside eyes, fresh perspective, and community can really be very, very powerful. And then, so we have your offer, we have your message, and then it's your action. It's what do you do? Are you visible consistently? Are you making invitations? Are you circling back and following up? Do you have a system? Do you know what to do when you wake up? Have those daily doables that actually help you move the needle forward? And do you have enough clarity and inspiration and the right support to get back on track when you get distracted in our very distracted world, or you fall behind the scenes and get caught up in all of the other stuff that you have to do? When these 3 levers, your offer, your message, and your actions, I think of inspired action is more potent and powerful than required action, because you could have a to-do list that covers the world and it's never going to go away. But when you tune in and you follow that inspiration and you have your offer, your message, and a daily doable, you know what to do to actually move the needle in your business, you will soar. You will have to soar. When these 3 levers are aligned, visibility turns into conversations, and conversation turns into more clients and more opportunities and more impact. When one is left out or not prioritized, it's easy for everything to wobble. It's like a three-legged stool that's got one leg that's a little bit too short. Whoa, it's no wonder that you feel a wobble. And it's an ongoing balancing act. But those three things are going to help you get more traction and momentum this fall for sure. So if you are caught in the loop of preparing, perfecting, polishing, this is your shift. Right now, it's your time to shift. If you're doing more of the same, hoping that something will finally click, it's time for a fresh perspective. It's time for a small shift to get bigger, better results. And if your confidence is starting to wobble because you've worked so hard and you've been at it for so long and you've tried so many things and you still don't have, or you're on a plateau and you want to go further, but you don't have that consistent reach and revenue growth that you want, now is the only time. Right now is the only time. And so this is your moment to step more fully, more completely into your calling. Fall is an incredible time of year to generate reach, revenue, impact, and momentum. To let in, completely step into your calling means you can let in the prosperity that's already there for you. It's sparkling around you in the dust motes and the sunlight, right? So the truth is, this kind of clarity, those three things dialed in, staying focused, can be very elusive, maybe even impossible to get to on your own, or to stay in that high frequency focus, clarity, and action. And so that's why I always kick off fall by opening up sometimes to walk a few people through a visibility audit, and you get a visibility self-assessment to see where you are, what you have in place, and then help you find those 2 or 3 things to help to accelerate. What could those small shifts be for you? Of course, if you want to play in my world, that's fantastic. And so what I've done since we just launched the accelerator, I had been opening up a few of these spots each week, but I'm going to open up a few more for next week. And so if you want to have me walk you through it and get access to this visibility self-assessment, visibility to profitability self-assessment, then just comment audit, and I'll make sure, me or the team will make sure that you get access to that and grab one of these spots. This will be the last time I open them up for at least for the month of September. And it's a really good time for you to have this clarity. So comment audit in the comments wherever you're watching. If you're on LinkedIn, hello, welcome. We're about to launch our LinkedIn newsletter. Stay tuned. And if you're on YouTube, always comment and like and share over there. And if you're watching on my Facebook profile, hi, say hi in the comments. I'd love to hear that you're here and your takeaways. And of course, if you have any questions for me. So your visibility to profitability self-assessment is just a way for you to take stock of what you have. And then I can walk you through how to you can leverage or make what small shifts might help you. Once you have clarity, we can identify maybe what's slowing you down and where you could focus for better results this fall. Sound good? It's so good. I love doing these sessions with you. I love talking and connecting with people that are also called, answering their calling, and serve to uplift the world. And it's really important to have some sort of outside perspective to know your next steps. So that's all this is designed to help you do. And so just comment audit below if that's for you. Here's the thing. Every time I guide someone through one of these, they walk away seeing this with this clarity, exactly why or what they could do differently with their visibility when it hasn't been leading to all of the clients and impact they want, and what to do to change it. That's huge. That's huge. It's powerful. Sometimes it's the missing piece that actually, that clarity is the missing piece that unlocks the income and impact that you've been working so hard for. And so this is your chance to double down, get clear on what to double down on, and maybe what to stop doing for a minute so that you can focus and elevate your results. If you haven't done one yet, but you've wanted to, please. I hear from people so often that they were thinking about it, but they weren't sure if they were ready, or they were so busy, or they wanted to finish all this other stuff first. And once we've walked through this, they almost always wish they'd done it sooner. There's no charge. It's my gift. We've got 3 spots open for next week. So just comment on it if you want to join me. The biggest reason that people don't is that they're afraid of really wanting to work with me, but they can't afford it. There are different levels and ways that if that happens, but that's not the point. The point is your clarity and knowing what to do. So that's why I have created some new ways for people to get started this fall, but there's no hidden agenda here. If you want help, we'll talk. Okay, so if you're not crystal clear and in focused action for real revenue results this fall, there's no downside. Okay, just DM me or drop audit in the comments and I'll reach out to you through messages and give you the details. Okay, so to recap, what have we covered today? Did we do it? Yes, in 15 minutes. Whew! Your fall reboot. Here we go. So we've stepped into your calling this fall. We've talked about how to leverage what you already have for bigger, better results and the energy shift that unlocks confidence to play bigger, unconditional commitment to your calling. And how do you get clear on those next steps? You look at your 3 levers, your offer, your message, and your action, your implementation. Where can you make a small shift on what you could keep doing more of or stop doing some of in order to focus and accelerate your results? And if you want me to walk you through a self-assessment, comment audit, and we'll do that too. 3 spots open for next week. Have an amazing weekend as you go out to the world and give voice to your vision. I'll see you next week.